So guys, I've been a little bit missing in action in the last week and a half. Lots going on. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what I've been up to, what's going with Python programming. We're going to talk about what's in the news, and really excited to talk about what happened with iPhone X and its Face ID, face recognition was compromised. So really excited to kind of get into the news and jump in. So yeah, I'm really excited about getting this video, so let's hack at it. Okay, so it's been about, I think about a week since I've recorded a video, and the reason why that is just lots been going on, power outage here, having problems with heating and stuff like that, just a lot of like personal stuff that I've been going through, and then on top of that, just trying to keep up on my studies. So it's been interesting, and which brings me to Python. What I'm finding is trying to find the right resource and community and editor to all use all together to make sure that I have the best learning environment. And I found a few groups on Facebook that are starting to become good, but it's again, you have to do your due diligence and your research. Code Academy and Code Academy Pro. I'm running into problems with Code Academy as I'm running the code. It's slow, there's problems where it's not giving you the right direction. It's more advanced, some of the areas in code are more advanced than what actually they're teaching. So it's kind of confusing. You're like, okay, well, what does this mean? Like, why is all this extra code there? So really kind of complicated on that side. And then when you run some of the code, it's stalling. And then when there's errors, you really don't know what your error is. So now you have to do research on it and posting in the community. It's a little bit of work where it should be gradual. And then trying to get signed up for Code Academy Pro has been hard, but you can sign up, it's easy that way, but ask them questions, getting support. It's been at least 3 days now or 2 days actually 3 days since I sent them an email, asked them a question about support, and it was asking in the sense of, can you customize your training, or does it have to be training that the pro person or Code Academy sets aside? Because right now I'm just interested in Python programming, but do I have to learn HTML, CSS, PHP, C++, whatever that means? Do I have to learn that, or can I just focus with the mentor that they provide on Python programming? And they still haven't got back to me, which you think is pretty standard question that they would be able to answer very quickly, but it's still been 3 days since I asked my question. So that's what I've been working on with Python. Penetration testing, I've been studying, just haven't been doing as much as I want to do on it. So I've got to keep going on that, and I'm excited. Just the one book that I'm reading, the challenge is that I got to make sure all the plugins and add-ons are all installed, because as you go through it, as you know, you want to make sure as you're doing the labs and all that you can do everything. So that's one of the challenges I've been running into with that. Other than that, that's what I've really been up to. I'm going to just quickly chat about cryptocurrency. I know there's people who've been talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, BTC, and then BCH are the acronyms, and kind of figuring out what to do, where to go, what's the direction, because if you weren't following the news, BTC took a little bit of a dip, and BCH was launched in August and then took a little bit of a growth spurt, because people were talking about it in the industry, and oh my God, it's the next greatest thing. And now it's starting to level off, and BTC, Bitcoin, is starting to go up again. So just keep an eye out on that. If you're investing in cryptocurrency and what you're doing, you gotta look at how it's implemented through the whole industry, for wallets, technology, how you're gonna be able to use it, not just the investment on its own to get in and get out, pump and dump, I've heard the term called. So something to look into as I'm doing my research and waiting for Friday, which I'm really excited about, is Crypto Fridays, and just kind of talk about cryptocurrency, cryptography, encryption, things like that. So really excited about that. Okay, so that's really it for this section. I just wanted to kind of give you a recap what I'm working on. So let's get over to the news. So in the news today, what we're going to talk about is 2 articles that I found that I thought were really interesting, that I thought you'd want to know about. And the first one, I'm just going to grab my phone here, is iPhone Face ID unlocked and hacked. So hold on, let me pull up the article here. Apple iPhone X Face ID hacked, unlocked using 3D printed mask. This article's from hackersnews.com. And let me kind of read this through. It was really kind of like one of those things you're like, oh my God, like, you know, FaceTime or face recognition was supposed to be more secure, but within a week they cracked it. So just a week after Apple released its brand new iPhone X on November 3rd, a team of hackers has claimed to successfully hack Apple Face ID facial recognition technology with a mask that costs less than $150. Yes, Apple Ultra Secure Face ID security for the iPhone X is not as secure as the company claimed during the launch event in September this year. Apple engineering team have even gone and worked with professional mask makers and makeup artists in Hollywood to protect against these attempts to beat Face ID. Apple's Senior VP of Worldwide Marketing, Phil Schiller, said about Face ID systems during the event, "These are actual masks used by engineer teams to train the neural network to protect against them in Face ID. However, bad news is that the researchers from Vietnamese cybersecurity firm Backhov, and it's BKAV, sorry if I bastardized the name, but it's BKAV, were able to unlock the iPhone X using a mask." Now, below in the comments, I actually have the article and the YouTube video, so you can check that out of watching them do it. So, kind of crazy. I mean, you think of security is supposed to be getting better and better, but what you're finding is security experts, security researchers, hackers are actually becoming smarter on how to compromise these systems. Now, when I mean hackers, I don't mean crackers. I mean people that are doing it ethically and providing reports that, hey, guess what? It's not as secure as you want. It's almost like a pen test, right? It's not as secure as you want, and here's the report. So just be aware that the Face ID is not as secure as they're saying it is, and people with 3D mask or 3D printing technology can do this. So it's kind of scary, right? That you're like, oh, it's supposed to be secure, but it's not. So try to have layers of security on your phone if you can. What's the next article? Why attackers hack small sites. And this one was from Securi. And this is a company that I recommend if you have a website, you really look into and invest into securing your website, your personal website, your professional website, your business. If you're an entrepreneur, just really kind of look at it. If you have any questions, comment below, let me know, because this is one area that my team works on, is to secure and protect websites. So why attackers hack small sites. You would never leave the front door to your house wide open when you are not home, would you? Doing so would allow criminals to seize the opportunity of stealing your valuables. That's the same way you can look at website hacking. Leaving your website unprotected is like establishing an open door policy with hackers, giving them access to view sensitive information and modify your website content. Hackers view your site as a possible tool for their end purpose. Their motives can be summoned up in two words: money and exposure. If you run an e-commerce site, attackers obviously look for bank data, credit card, and personal information. Some attackers may redirect users visiting your site in order to generate traffic and rankings for others. Some of the areas that they cover through the article, and I post the article below, so I want you kind of to go through it, but why hackers like small sites, how hacks happen, what is SEO spam, what is farmer spam, how SEO spam impacts your website, how to avoid getting hacked. This, for me, is a very important article and something I recommend you go through, especially if you own a website or you know someone that does own a website. And some of the things that they didn't talk about from what I've read is your hosting company too, right? You gotta look at your hosting company, and do you have a shared hosting or a virtual private server? Like, all these things are factors for looking at protecting your website. It's so important because people are trying to market their business, try to grow, and that's one important asset that you use for your marketing, for people, clients to research you, to get information, get massive value from you. And if your website's compromised or hacked, it really shows that you know, there's issues, and they might not want to work with you because of that. You know, if you're someone that is trying to promote and then your website's been hacked and there's pharmaceuticals, or if they get, you know, a virus from your website or malware, they're really going to go, you know, I don't want to work with that person because, you know, I've been compromised, and it's a little bit scary. And you don't want that. You want to protect your assets. You want to protect everything that you have. So really take the time and invest on not just growing your company and growing your website, but also protecting it. If you don't, I'm telling you right now in this day and age, it will cost you. It'll cost you either in your clients, or it'll cost you because you get hacked and then you have to pay to fix it. So please do your due diligence, do a risk assessment on your website, and look at how much your website costs, you know, and to market it, to grow it, you know, SEO, marketing strategies, all that great stuff, but also to protect it. So that's it for today's video. Really excited to, you know, get back in the swing of things and do my videos. And I want to thank you so much for following me, everyone that's been commenting on my videos, following me through this journey. I really appreciate it. I'm just so excited and just love you guys. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And all my new followers, everyone that's coming out and follow me on any of the social sites that you guys are following me on, thank you. It's just amazing to be able to provide value, provide information, and keep going. So don't forget, software is hackable. Being connected is vulnerable. I'll see you next video.